What's good, Plum Borough? I'm Drew Bartow, alongside my co-host Mike Devine.
What's going on?
And Justin Newman.
Yo, yo.
And show producer, the one and only Big Cat.
Mics are hot, the takes are questionable, and one of us is definitely about to regret what we're going to say.
We aim to entertain and educate more than 3 Plum residents, so gather round and enjoy the sounds of Sour Plums. Welcome to the Sour Plums podcast, friends, and order has been restored. I am back after Mario Francesco took over as the host 2 weeks ago, and Mario did a fantastic job. Would you guys agree? Probably the best show ever.
Way better than you.
Yeah,
way better than you.
Figured I'd nip that in the bud before you got to say it.
He really is the Josh Harrison of the podcast.
Welcome back, Jeremiah Diebler, to the podcast. Oh, he's repping Ohio State. He's excited.
March Madness. Let's go.
It is. Best time of the year, right? Other than football season for me starting, March Madness is the best time of the year. It's awesome. Love it.
Absolutely.
Well, welcome back, Jeremiah. You enjoyed the last time you were here, right?
Absolutely loved it. Still listen to every episode. I will say about last week's episode, Drew, I got to admit, you're kind of the glue a little bit. I'm just saying. I listen.
Oh,
It's a great show, but I don't know. You might be a little bit of Elmer's out there. I don't know.
I didn't even pay him to say that. Not a thing. I'm going to pay him after the fact, though. He's drinks on me, Jeremiah, for the rest of the year.
Fair enough.
We're happy to have him back. And guys, so...
Wait, adjust your screen. Your head just got so big after he said that. Adjust your screen so we can see you.
You know what? I won't even continue with this opening banter. I'm going to get right to it. What are we drinking tonight, gents?
I got a Hard Monster, the Beast, the orange one, Killer Sunrise.
You're welcome.
Nice. Hard Monster. Jesus.
That's what Jess calls me.
That's a lie, and you know it.
Too easy.
Did Cialis become a sponsor? What's going on here?
Not a sponsor yet.
No, just Tresco Concrete.
Right, well.
How about you, Big Cat?
I have 4C iced tea.
Oh, reliable.
4 capital C, okay, guys? 4 capital C.
Newman, what you drinking?
Drinking my favorite, Ciroc and water.
Nice.
Pineapple Ciroc, baby. Let's go.
Mr. Ohio State over there.
It's called Candy in a Bottle, and it's a very, very sweet wine because I will only drink wine when it's very, very sweet.
Beautiful. And I am drinking something I think Mario would like, Rusty Rails Juice Monster. It's a cryo-hopped hazy IPA. So I think he would like that. It's a little bit on the sweet side for IPAs. So
I think he prefers Rusty Trombones, but either way.
Thank you to our sponsors. Thank you to Continental Comb, Tresco Concrete, the Jen Mascara Real Estate Team, the Lulo's Pizzeria, Salute Beer Distributor, Busy Little Me, Pittsburgh Sports Complex and Self-Storage, and Nesbitt's Lanes. Continental Comb Barbershop, a traditional barbershop servicing the area since 1973. Up to date on all the new styles and cuts. Call 412-795-7555 and mention Sour Plums for $5 off any service.
Tresco Concrete, the best concrete products on the market. Ready-mix concrete delivered to your door, guaranteed to get hard or your money back. And as always, their concrete is all natural, no supplements, and always 100% Viagra-free.
The Jen Mascaro team proudly supports the Sour Plums podcast. When it comes to selling your home promptly and at peak value, look no further than the expertise of the Jen Mascaro team. With over a decade of industry experience, we guarantee to guide you seamlessly through the process. For personalized assistance, contact us at 412-607-6318 or email jen.mascaro@cbrealty.com.
Lulo's Pizzeria, serving up quality food, good grace, and burnt pizza since 2016. Local and woman-owned, located at 415 Unity Center Road in Plum. Call 412-795-1229 and mention Sour Plums for 10% off your order of $10 or more. Cannot be combined with any other offer.
All right, welcome back, everyone. Let's get right into Plum Problems. I didn't know what to talk about today, and then I went to the grocery store, and I have a plum problem. Oblivious, slow people. And it's not limited to the grocery store. It's everywhere. It's in the fast lane, but the grocery store is kind of my biggest pet peeve. I don't mind slow people. If you're just out enjoying yourself, that's fine. But when you're oblivious to being in my way and you're on your phone and you're walking side by side, taking up the whole damn aisle, get the fuck out of my way. Please put your phone down, take up one side of the aisle, just move. If I'm in a rush, get out of my way.
I agree with you, Mike. I see it. The people that aren't self-aware. They have no idea what they're in their own little planet and they have no concern for anybody around them. That to me is the ultimate in selfishness. I get what you're saying.
If you're in the left lane and you're going
at the grocery store or driving?
No,
okay.
I'm driving. I'm not driving now. We drove out to Cincinnati this weekend, and I'm a left lane driver. But I am very aware if you pulling up behind me. If you pull up behind me and I'm a minimum 9 miles an hour over the speed limit. If you're coming behind me and you're coming in hot, I'll move out of your way. Then I'll get back over. when you're going 4 or 5 miles over the speed limit, get out of the way. If you're not gonna go as fast, if I'm coming up on you, get out of the way.
Get
Move
over.
out of my way so I can pass you. Then get back to your leisurely Sunday stroll. Get out of my way.
Do you guys agree with this, or are you guys part of the problem?
I would never be part of the problem. I drive very fast all the time.
Grocery store.
I'm part of the problem.
Are you? Big Cat
I'm
has
part
his
of
own
the
pace.
problem.
Yeah, he has
Because
his own
when
pace.
someone like this comes up behind me, I go either the speed limit or under. I want to see how far I can push this person. And
Road rage. Yeah.
I'll run the block, though. If there's 2 lanes, I'll stay slow when they're behind me. And when they try to pass, I'll go faster and block them with another car to keep them behind me.
Why?
Because
Why?
if you're like pressed up against me, you're not getting anywhere faster than I'm going.
But if I'm coming
If you
up
back
on you,
off a little bit, I'm going to be going right. If I'm in the left lane, I'm getting over.
yes, okay, that's no, we're
yeah.
on the same page there.
Unless they're already like, okay, so say someone was behind me when it was a single lane and they're like on my bumper and then it turns into double lane, that's when I run the block.
Okay,
Very
I do the same
successfully.
thing. Yeah.
But no, if I'm in the left lane and someone's coming up, I get over because, yeah.
I thought we were going to have a real life Sour Plums game of chicken on the highway with Mike and Big Cat. See if Big
No,
Cat
we're
going
on
to
the
move or
same
not.
page
Okay.
Oh, if it's Mike, I'm definitely not moving. I know.
No, I
Mike,
agree.
you'd hate me driving then. I'm telling you, because I'm at the age, like when I was young, I'll drive fast, don't care. But now that I'm older with kids, I give zero fucks. I'll be in the left lane, 5 mile an hour over the speed limit with the cruise control. If you get up on my butt, if I feel like you're being aggressive, I will really be a pain in the ass. But if I feel like you come up and you're like respectful about it, I'll jump over. But for the most part, I will ride that left lane because I just don't care.
Right. No, you're right, though. He's right. There's a respectful way to go. There's a respectful way to approach somebody. When you're coming up behind them, you give them some space, let them know you're kind of in a hurry. I'll get over. If you ride up on me, like, and you're just right, I see what you're saying. That there is aggressiveness versus like respectful approach to that.
100%.
Yeah, I don't want to feel like I'm getting a colonoscopy. Like I'd like get
No.
off my ass, like pump the brakes a little bit.
No, I agree. I agree 100%. If I'm coming up on you quick, I'll slow down with proper distance and I'll give you plenty of opportunities to move over. If you start being a dick when I wasn't a dick first, then I'll dick you.
Oh, we know you will. We know
Did
you
he?
will.
Yeah.
There it is.
Newman, what do you got tonight?
So I thought I was coming in with breaking news. I was told tonight as we were leaving the Y that there is a Sour Plums hate page out there. And I got really excited. And I was like, there's no way this is real. But I can't find it, so I'm very disappointed. I thought we had a Sour Plums hate page. That was
No, we've made it when we have a Sour
I was
Plum.
like, we're there. If we have hate listens and now we have a hate page, oh, I was so excited. But I think it's something that has nothing to do with us. It just has the word Sour Plums in it.
Okay.
So I'm very disappointed that
That would have been breaking news.
That would have been
That'd
so
fired us
awesome.
up.
Like I was so excited, and I was like, "Oh, it's not real."
So it could have been a plum problem, but now it's okay.
It could have been a plum problem. It didn't end up being a plum
Crisis
problem.
averted.
Yeah, was it really a crisis though? This is going to give me more entertainment.
It'd be fun. Yeah,
It would have been really fun.
it would have been.
It would have been fun. Whatever I had gone out of my mind because I was way too excited about the hate page that doesn't exist now. So I'm going to pass on this one now.
All right, Big Cat.
Well, yeah, I mean, I have a serious problem, but the cease and desist letter tells me that I can't talk about it. So, I mean, off the air, maybe I can share some things with you, but I'll just leave it at that. But my other problem tonight has to do with my phone. Okay. It has to do with my charger for my phone. I'm going to flex a little bit here, but I have the newest iPhone, which is the first switch to USB-C for charging. No one else in my family has it. So there's no chargers laying around. I have the only charger that will charge my phone, and it stopped working. I have to like keep it at the perfect angle. It can't go off the nightstand too much. Can't put it on the bed. It doesn't charge on the bed anymore. So I'm like gymnastics with my phone, twisting it around, trying to get it to charge. And most mornings I'm waking up and it's like 27%. I'm like, that's great.
How long have you had the phone?
Probably like a year and a half. I know I can go buy a new one, but
I bought a charger at an airport that was like a Brookstone or something for like $80 because I forgot mine. It was like $80. And that son of a bitch stopped working after a month. But like it would work to the point where you had to like wiggle it just the right way. And man, I spent $80 on that thing. I made it work as much as possible. I took the risk of not having a phone charger on my trips because $80 for a phone charger. You get ripped off.
Like a little temper tantrum, a little diva. They don't want to work anymore. I'm like, just you have one job. It's all you can do. What else am I going to use you for? Jump rope.
Wireless charging pad.
Yep.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Carly got me a new case and it has a magnetic pop socket that goes onto it, so I can pop it off. Well, I dropped it out of my pocket on last Thursday, fell straight down onto the pop socket, and in a spiral, it has shattered the complete backside of my screen under the case.
That's brutal.
The case isn't cracked. The phone in a spiral. The entire backside of the phone is a spiral crack. I'm like, that's a 1 in a million shot dropping it like that. And with a case and a pop socket to break under the case.
You don't got plum problems. You got phone problems.
Unlucky. I think I need a new phone, like a simpler one.
GoFundMe for Big Cat's cable charger.
My Venmo. I was going to say this to cover my legal fees, but my Venmo is Alan-Wyckoff on Venmo.
Help a
I'm
brother
not
out.
sure if it's an underscore. Or I'll post it.
A dash.
It's a dash or underscore.
It's a dash.
Shit.
It's a dash. Thank you, Justin.
Got your back.
Justin sends me money every
knows.
once. But he knows. But Justin. All right.
Jeremiah, did you bring one tonight?
I yield my time. Sir.
All right. So here's mine. Now, this happened a long time ago, but this is kind of a thing with me. There's a voicemail out there that my wife currently has of me flipping out on somebody because listen, so here's the thing. If you're walking your dog, okay, if you're walking your dog in a neighborhood, like, Plum doesn't really have like, look, I'm going to go downtown to where all the shops are or something like, we're just a bunch of like neighborhoods carved out. If you're going to walk your dog and you're not on the sidewalk and you're in the road, don't like hide behind a car and then just like pop out and then get mad at the guy driving in the road. Like I would rather have you walk in the middle of the road and just be like super visible. So that way I know to, drive the speed limit. Like I rarely ever go very fast in my neighborhood because there's lots of kids, but there's a couple stretches where I'm like, all right, I can scoot a little bit. And there's always cars parked in every direction, in our neighborhoods. And this guy like darts out from underneath and I'm like, I'm cruising a little bit, but I'm plenty of room. Man, he gives me a look. I was in the process of calling my wife at the time and I didn't realize it went to voicemail and she has the whole thing.
We got to hear
of
this
me
sometime.
One day I will get her to play that and I'll record it and I'll let you guys hear it, but I won't.
Oh, yeah.
There's something about that is wild because like I said, I don't want to hurt anybody's dogs. I don't want to hurt anybody's kids, obviously. But please, like, don't hide behind a truck and then dart out like playing peekaboo with a car. Like, yeah.
Car's going to win every time.
Every time. So yeah, that's my problem. Like, listen, if there's no sidewalk, walk right in the middle of the road so we can all see you and we will slow down to let you move over and we will not hit little Precious.
I love that.
That's my problem.
You went on a rant about a rant, which I love because you know that rant had to be really good because that was pretty strong already.
Oh, listen,
it's oblivious.
It is epic. It is. Yes, it is oblivious. Yes. I don't even want to get too fired up because I had a little bit of wine and I don't drink much. So we're good.
Save some energy.
Rolling. Oh, all day. We're good.
I don't like to ruffle feathers.
Yeah.
With my plum problem, I'll just offend an entire religion. No, I've had enough of the fish fries, and not
fight.
I know you're a fish fry aficionado. I can tell that you probably have a fish sandwich tattooed to your arm.
Is that another fat joke?
No, absolutely not. No, I don't have
just made one.
It's a Jesus fish.
Yeah. Well, I think so. No, if it's part of your religion and that's you don't eat meat on Fridays and you go ahead, but like eat something better. And the part of fish sandwiches all suck. They're all bland. They're all boring. They all brag about having the biggest or the tastiest or the whatever. They all suck. I don't like fish sandwiches. Period. Second, to me, I know the fire halls do a lot of them and they get a lot of funds that way. To me, let's cut out all the fluff. Let's just donate to our fire departments throughout the year when they send those nice little letters to us. Let's do that. Let's go eat something better on Fridays. I just don't like fish sandwiches in general. They suck. So, Mike, tell me why I'm wrong because I can tell you're looking at me like you want to bite my head off.
So I love fish fries.
Fish.
So I take it back. I don't love fish fries. I love fish sandwiches. But I agree with you that like the ones that do it to raise money, those fish sandwiches aren't the best. We do go to those ones because of that's like their biggest fundraiser, and that's why we go to those ones. But my favorite fish sandwiches are not at the fire halls. They're at the restaurants. There are restaurants that have very good fish sandwiches, and those are the ones we prefer. Most of the time, those restaurants have them outside of Lent, so we can get them then. But
those aren't considered fish fries, right? That's sort of
not
just
a fish fry. It's a
good
fish sandwich.
Fish sandwich at a nice restaurant,
right? But here's the thing: the fire halls in the churches, it's usually their biggest
They need it. Yeah.
fundraiser for the year, and people aren't going to just give them money. Like, that's not, people want something for their money.
I
And
hate
they're charging you $15 for, a $3 sandwich. So they're making a good profit off of it. People are not going to just give them $12. They're just not.
I don't damn
Where's
people.
your favorite fish
But
fry, Mike?
I don't, what?
Where's your favorite fish fry?
Yeah, give a shout out to your favorite plum fish fry if you have one. Now that I offended everybody, let's help them. Let's help somebody out.
Actually, we go to all of them. We go to Holy Family. We go to the Renton Fish Fry. Those are the two big ones we go to. We actually go back and forth between those two. But after that, like whenever they shut down, Shooties has a good one. Not Shooties. Oh my God, I can't think of the name. Stewart's too, and Golden Goblet. Those are two of our favorite ones to go to. Golden Goblets is delicious.
I have heard.
But they're not a sponsor yet.
I have heard that about Golden Goblet. I'll say I haven't heard that. I haven't had it, but I've heard that.
It's good. It's good.
The hushed-
I've had
Is it?
Puppies.
So we get, all right, you hear that, Golden Goblet? You want to sponsor a podcast, Golden Goblet? We'll talk about you even more. We'll say Golden Goblet 10 times an episode. If you sponsor us.
The hush puppies.
It's a new season. Hey, we're up for renewals and we're up for new sponsors. So Golden Goblet, come on down.
We have a new sponsor coming next show.
I'm excited to hear it.
Two of our sponsors just renewed as well. So
Nice. Awesome.
keep it coming.
Anybody have any opinions on fish fries other than me and Mike? And
Well, since we're on the topic of fish, I might have to butt in here. I just was seeing a lot on Facebook and some other media over the weekend. Mike Devine's name getting thrown around. Something going on. Mike's name gets thrown out there. People are texting me, what did Mike do now? There's people in my neighborhood stop by. What did Mike do now? Which got me wondering, Mike, what did you do now?
I didn't do shit.
Well, I've heard that, but I have noticed some tension in the community, and maybe it involves you a little bit. Is there anything going on that you want to talk about?
There's nothing that I want to talk about. So, yeah, what are you trying to pull out of me?
Since we were talking about fish, what about the air fryer that you left on your deck since Christmas?
Jesus Christ. It's off my deck. One was my parents'.
I hear from a source that every year that air fryer sits on your deck from Christmas to March. That part of this tradition?
That's not true. It's from Christmas to Memorial Day, and it was off in March this year.
Why?
Because it's hot on Christmas Eve. The air fryer is hot, and then it's too cold to go out and get it.
5 months to cool down.
Well, it's too cold to go out and get it. So my dad got his, and I went out on Thursday and got it. It's in. It's good. It's good now.
A second source that asked to remain nameless. Well, the quote is, every year it sits on my porch until March when I move it downstairs.
It sure sound like a specific person.
Yeah.
And it ain't Chase, Lily, or Penny.
Okay.
Well, I
first
didn't want to misquote them there.
It is off the deck. It is emptied. It is washed and scrubbed and clean and ready for next year's fish fry.
Very proud of you.
And I guess my final thought is, for all the things I hear that you're doing, behind closed doors and what you're up to and stuff. I mean, leaving an air fryer on your back porch doesn't seem that serious, right? I don't think you should, catch the flack if you do.
Fed a family of 26 of delicious meal. I think we're good to go.
Good memory. The tradition lives on.
It does.
All right. On that note, let's shift gears here. Newman,
Andy,
what's the latest Minority Report?
All right, boys, I'm going to give you a quick one today. So we are going to go with, you take a small flour tortilla, put that baby in the toaster, wait for it to puff off a little bit, take it out, slightly open it, and stuff it with your favorite taco toppings. You just made your own taco hot pocket. You're welcome.
What do you stuff it in again?
You take a small flour tortilla, put it in the toaster, and then you toast it for, I think it's like a minute maybe, but it'll puff up. It'll puff
in
up.
A regular toaster? Not a toaster
regular
oven?
Toaster. Yep,
Wow.
A regular toaster. Put it in, it'll puff up. You separate a little bit slightly. You put your favorite taco meat in it, cheese, taco, whatever you want to put in it, and you got your own taco hot pocket. And there's no tacos slipping out of the back or falling apart, or it's all in there and you're good to go. Fish
you can put
tacos.
fish in it. Fish tacos.
I love fish tacos.
Right?
They're delicious.
Really?
They're delicious. Fish tacos are the best.
Listen, and I think you're making a big mistake here not mentioning Long John Silver's. I will die on the hill that Long John Silver's is delicious.
I love Long John Silver's.
I love Long John
want to know.
Silver's.
Every time I go there, there's nobody there. Who the hell's keeping them open? I don't go that often.
My mom, Mama Drewski, is going to be loving this episode. You name drop Long John Silver. She loves it.
It is so good, and they're not a sponsor yet either.
Not yet.
But
they better hurry up because they're probably running out of stores.
But no, they're always open. Like how do they stay open? I've never waited in line at Long John Silver's, and I don't go that often, but they are delicious.
John Silver's.
Last note on Long John Silver's. You guys, when you go there, do you order like extra crumbs?
Shanna gets those. Shanna used to do that all the time, and I was like, "What are you talking about?" She goes, "You don't get the crunchies?" I was like, "What the hell is a crunchy?"
Shanna grew up in a small town like me. That's the thing. That's it. That's it.
So that's your Minority Report, boy.
Well said.
Easy.
All right.
To the point.
Mike, you got a would you rather for us tonight?
I do. And I struggled with this one. I'm still not really sure which way I'm going to go. So would you rather have $1 every time you compliment a stranger or $10 every time you insult a stranger in the meanest way possible to their face?
Take it away, Jeremiah. Start it off.
Listen, if this was like 20 years ago, pre social media, I'd let it fly for $10. I would let it fly. But I'm not trying to get canceled in 2025. So I would have to take the route of being nice for $1 to a complete stranger. Cause I used to have a running joke when I was young. I don't know if I should tell this story or not.
Oh, yeah, you should.
So I would whistle or say, woo, like to a lady that may not be attractive. Okay. But she's going to boost that confidence. And when she goes home, the man is going to be happy because she's going to be super confident and feeling herself. I used to do that. I thought I was doing something good. I'm just a C. I'm an average guy, but I'm just saying, like, I would look at somebody and be like, okay, well, I don't know. And I was like, woo, yeah. Like, drive by, when you drive somebody when they're walking on the street. So, hopefully boost their confidence. So when they went home to whoever they were with, married to, whatever, that they would have that confidence. So I was hoping I was doing some favors, but I would have to take the route of being nice for $1 because I'm not trying to get canceled.
Yeah, I think that's a good. I love that story, by the way. I think that's actually in a weird way nice of you. It's a weird way to put it, but if the person hears that the right way or the wrong way, depending on like that, you're right though. It could happen, and that could set off a lot of good stuff.
Who doesn't like, listen, we all have insecurities. We all have things that we don't think are perfect about each other or ourselves. But if somebody gives us that on the outside, gives us that a little bit of boost of confidence, you feel really good about yourself. So I did use it, but I was a little bit crazy when I was younger.
After Jeremiah told that story though, I was feeling really good about what he said to open the show. And, I had a lack of confidence. I thought Mario did such a good job that I might have to leave the show and let Mario take over. But then Jeremiah built me up. But now I don't know if it was authentic.
Oh, no, it was. It was authentic.
He found the C- in the group, built her up.
He built me up. He did. He built me up. Well, thank you. No, I want to, if you don't mind, I'll jump in with my perspective. I'm with you guys on this. I like the idea of you can compliment anybody in a nice way. Like, and you could stack those dollars without confrontation, without issue. I mean, I'm being sincere. I'm not being a jackass. Like when somebody says something like what Jeremiah says to the show, right at the beginning of the show about me, whoever that is. If you're talking to somebody in public, a lot of people don't hear a lot of good things all the time. They're busy with life. They're beat down at work or whatever, and sometimes a little compliment can really set off a lot of differences in somebody's life. Like just even for that day, it could change decisions they make. So I'd love to be a part of that social experiment versus the other one, which honestly, I feel like we're there right now. I feel like there's so little tact. I feel like we're taking the stuff that we would say to people online now because we're cowards. It's starting to filter a little bit into public, and I don't like that direction. So I think I would like to be part of the solution and go with $1 per compliment. Say, what a lovely double chin you have, something like that.
I don't think that's a compliment.
I mean, it could be.
Nicest one. Two's better than one. There you go.
I just took this impassioned speech and I just threw it away. That's what I do. I talk too much sometimes.
Your beer belly looks fantastic today.
Front butt is amazing.
Mike, in all seriousness, have you been doing CrossFit?
No.
He's trying to make $10. Playing the role of Mario Francesco, Jeremiah Diebler.
Dude, I had to get at least one in. I'm sorry. I had to.
Ugh.
Oh, man. All right, so I am all about positivity and I thrive on people being happy. Like I think happy people make for a more enjoyable experience in life, etc. So I would absolutely take the $1 for compliment because as a sneakerhead, if I see sneakers I like, I'm making $1 pretty much every time I see a pair of shoes I like, and that's often quite a bit of time. But on the other side of that, with my friends, we say the meanest shit possible to each other. So on that note, I could probably make a quick buck as well. So I could go both ways, but I would most likely lean for the $1.
Big Cat.
He's
on the fence.
He's still thinking.
I was thinking about both. It would be easy. Yeah, it'd be easy comment. I was actually thinking, Justin, do you ever see somebody with like a crummy pair of shoes and you're like, whoa, those are really awesome, buddy. Keep up the good work.
I say it to Mike a lot.
No.
Me?
He'll send me pictures and I'm like,
here's
Mike,
what I would do.
Absolutely.
No,
not.
hold on. Wait. No. I don't buy them. I send you a picture of shoes and I ask you if we like them. If you say no, I don't buy them.
If we like them.
Every time. Mike, we don't buy Mexican
I only bought one pair of shoes that we didn't like, and then I haven't heard the end of it, and I have not done it again.
I'm finding out about all Mike's love languages this week.
Mike
Wait,
has one.
what pair did you buy? Now I'm curious about what pair you bought
The
that you
pair-
didn't like.
The pair that I wore to the Shooters Inc. games because they were black and red Jordans.
I got you.
I only wore them twice.
They
You
are
don't like 'em?
terrible. They are terrible. They are Mexican Jordans.
They're not the flu game Jordans, are they?
No, they're Mexican Jordans.
Okay.
Those were the taxis, right?
Their
Red
team,
blacks.
what are they?
The
six
Red
rings,
12s is what he's talking about. Sorry, go ahead, Big Cat. Sorry.
but they matched.
It's okay. I was thinking back and forth how it would be easier to do the compliment route and get $1 and not have to like defend yourself when you're insulting strangers. But then just at the last second, if I could monetize it, charge you $5, complete stranger, insulting strangers, either online or in person. Like, can I insult you? Kind of thing, like a challenge. I think people would line up, pay $5 to hear an insult. If they were in the mood to receive an insult, yes.
Yeah.
The restaurants that like they talk like mean to you, and you know it because you
Dick's
accept
Last
that
Resort.
kind of.
Dick's
Love
Last
that place.
So yeah, just monetize it somehow, and hey, what better than strangers? I don't have to insult the people I know. That's too easy. I have to come up with stranger insults, you know. So maybe monetize it and then donate that to charity for ugly people. I don't know. I'll donate it to the ugliest charity. Gosh, I better stop talking.
Did you, Mike? Did you give yours?
I didn't. So when I was in college, we had a bell, like a front desk bell, like one of those little, ring the bells for service, and we called it the inappropriate bell. And we would do our best to get people to ring the bell, which you had to say the most inappropriate things, which were usually insults to other people in a fraternity. So my brain is just wired to say the most horrible things to people, which at this point in my life, I don't say them out loud, but I still think them. So I could make a shit ton of money with the $10. But I'm also on blood thinner, so if I get punched in the face, I have to go get an MRI like right away to make sure I don't have a brain bleed.
Let's edit that out. Let's not tell anyone.
I don't think we need to give your enemy list that bit of information.
So, well, I don't know. Then it's like attempted murder or something, right? If I get punched in the face,
right?
Yeah,
now they know.
Yeah.
Good
There you
point.
go.
See,
I like that. Strategy
in.
over strategy over tragedy.
Cradity over daddy. I'm from a small town.
You
I
West
know,
End
but-
rabbit, you.
I
As
am.
On the next
I am from a
episode of
small
Law
town.
and Order.
As much as I like to argue, I don't like to make people feel bad, and it would really hurt, like weigh on me if I made people feel bad. So I think I would go with the $1 because I do like to make people feel good. So I could go, and every person I see on the street, I could give them a compliment, and I would make so much more money doing that.
I just had that conversation tonight before the show started about I hate being mean, but if you come at me, I'll dick you every time. Like
My mom used to say that about me all the time. She was just like, if Justin's a really nice person, but if you push the wrong button,
Yeah.
his tongue is very sharp and you're not going to hear what he has to say.
exactly.
I would drop everything in the world to help anybody out, even if somebody I just met that day. But if you fuck me over, I will be the worst person to you, and I'm not even sorry about it.
Not
Noted.
even mad.
I would actually I had to go stop at Justin's house last week, and I was just telling Shanna.
Don't brag.
No, I was just telling Shanna about this. There's a saying, and I don't know how to say it in Italian, but it sounds way better in Italian. But it says "shit on those that piss on you," and that's my motto.
That's pretty kinky, Mike.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
That's a legit Italian saying. What is going on?
Yeah,
They're
Dude,
freaky over there.
Italians are ruthless, man.
Wow. Okay. Right.
Trying real hard, Andy. I'm trying to get over it.
That's an R. Kelly Diddy crossover we weren't ready for.
We should
Andy.
move on.
Newman.
Is it time to drop the grammar hammer on the people of Plum?
It is time to drop the grammar hammer on the people of Plum.
Welcome back, grammar hammer.
Yes. And tonight's grammar hammer is on the subject of homophones.
Yes.
Okay. Words that are pronounced the same but have different meanings. And as you'll see here, spelled differently. I will read a sentence and then tell you which word I want you to spell that is the correct usage for the sentence in question. Order will be Mike, Big Cat, Jeremiah, Justin. A little bit of a tip, Jeremiah. Listen to Mike and Big Cat at your own peril. Like don't think they're right. Just this is a year and a half's worth of work that this order has been constructed for a reason. But
I'm
So
just
honestly,
listen.
I
I
think these
understand
are
the
two-
rules of this game and I love it, but I'm just going to tell you, like, I can draw up a play at any point during a game of basketball, and I'm just glad that English is the living language and that people can understand what I say.
Yes. It means it's
I
gonna be
think this
extra
is-
entertaining.
honestly, I think this is probably a little too easy tonight. But I've thought that before, and I've been wrong few times. So again, Mike, Big Cat, Jeremiah, Justin. Here we go. First one. The state capital of Idaho is not Idaho. The word being capital. Spell capital in the sentence. The state capital of Idaho is not Idaho.
Capitol.
Big Cat.
Capital.
Jeremiah.
I'm a CAPITA.
Justin.
Well, considering Mike is the only one that's right here, it's OL.
It's AL. You went with
Shock
Mike.
and
Capitol
despair.
building.
You went with Mike.
Capitol building, CAPIT.
Capital building is OL. The state capital is AL.
I used to be good at state capitals. I remember seeing it on the papers.
Capital
Justin-
letter is AL.
Justin broke the number one rule in Grammar Hammer. Don't listen to Mike. And you said it so matter-of-factly. I thought for
was
sure
like-
you were going to agree with the other guys. Mike, you have company.
To be fair, he had a lot to look at when I was doing mine. I put my glasses on the end of my nose. I didn't blink my eyes for 3 minutes. Everyone
Blame
just stared
Sirach
at
on
me.
that one. Holy shit.
You
I hate
distracted
this
him.
game.
I love it. I always love saying this should be too easy. Then Mike automatically always starts with the wrong answer. I was surprised on Justin. I'll say that. Number 2. The Pirates have next to no chance of clinching a playoff berth this season. Spell berth. The Pirates have next to no chance of clinching a playoff berth this season.
BERTH.
Big Cat.
BERTH.
Jeremiah.
I want to say BIRTH. I don't know why.
Justin.
I'm going to do it again and listen to Mike.
You're right. Jeremiah is wrong this time. It is BERTH. All right. So Big Cat's only 2-0 here. Woo. Let's go. Big Cat.
Wow.
Number 3.
Well,
Hey, you're in the lead. Take it.
okay.
All right. I can barely bear the weight of carrying you guys in this podcast. I can barely bear the weight of carrying you guys in this podcast. Spell bear in that sentence. Mike's face palming.
Please, you have to put this clip up. You see the consternation on Mike's face as he says it.
BARE.
Big Cat.
BEAR.
Jeremiah.
To bear the coffin, or it's BAR.
Newman.
Going with the majority, BA.
Big Cat is 3-0. BEAR. Wow. This is fun. I love this game.
I'm going to blame the Sirach on this one.
Wow. 1 and 2's all around. Big Cat 3-0.
Thank you, Drew.
You guys can only tie him. All right. Number 4. Mario Francesco is the perfect complement to the Sour Plums hosts. Mario Francesco is the perfect complement to the Sour Plums host. Spell complement.
COMPLIMENT.
Big Cat.
COMPLIMENT.
Jeremiah.
That's the same for me.
Justin.
Same for me.
You were all wrong. Complement in this sentence. Mario Francesco is the perfect complement. COMPLEMENT. If I give you a compliment, that's with an I.
Yeah.
Yep. Blame this
Wow.
on Sirach.
Clean
This is
sweep.
ridiculous.
This is so fun
Drinking
for
Sirach
me.
ever again when we're doing this damn game. I'm usually on point with this shit.
Big Cat's already the winner, but let's do something. Let's earn some respect here. Okay, ready for this? This one could be spelled 3 ways, so this is going to be even more fun for you guys. Sometimes we need to rein Mike in when he's going off on rants about halftime shows. Sometimes we need to rein Mike in when he's going off on rants about halftime shows. Spell rain.
Trying to think what the third way to spell it is. REIGN.
Big Cat.
REIN.
Jeremiah.
I was going to say REIGN.
Justin.
Are you going to the mall today? That's what I was asking. Well, I'm going to go with Big Cat on this one.
How you spell it?
REIN.
That is correct. REIN. Big Cat. I'm going to strong it.
I have never in my entire life, and I've read a lot of books, never seen that. I swear, I have never seen that. Never. Listen, I almost want to ask my Gemini Google Assistant here. Like,
You can. If you're like riding a horse, those are reins. REIGN.
REIGN.
I've been
Yes.
playing Red Dead Redemption lately.
Because you got to pull the reins. You got to rein them in by pulling the reins.
You can look it up. I love it, guys. I mean, you guys never disappoint. Like, not once have you just. And there have been some nights where you've done better than I thought, and it's been good, but never disappointing. Never. All right. On that note, we'll thank our sponsors again. Thank you to Continental Comb, Tresco Concrete, the Jen Mascara Real Estate Team, the Lulo's Pizzeria, Salute Beer Distributor, Busy Little Me, Pittsburgh Sports Complex and Self Storage, and Nesbitt's Lanes. At Salute Beer Distributor, we are bringing you a large selection of beers from local and national breweries. Our extensive inventory includes craft beers, seasonal specialties, your everyday favorites, adult slushies, and an impressive inventory of non-alcoholic beers. Salute's inventory has something special for every palate. Come browse the aisles at Salute Beer Distributor, located on Route 286 in Plum, next to Shop and Save. You'll be glad you did.
Busy Little Me's is a residential cleaning company serving Plum and local communities. Housekeeping duties include house cleaning, disposing of rubbish, sanitizing services, dusting, vacuuming, mopping, scrubbing, etc., etc. We do custom to you cleans once a month, once a week, or every 9 minutes. We got you, sis. We've also been known to do decluttering and pre-clean cleans. That's a real thing. We can also polish your dirty face, scrub a doggo's filthy paws, or even spit shine your shoe. Laundry? Need linens washed? Done. How about your husband's gutchies? No prob. That ugly camisole your mother-in-law gave you? What was that? Just throw it away? Your secrets are safe with us. busylittleme's.squarespace.com.
Whether chaos in your house or chaos on the court, Pittsburgh Sports Complex and Self-Storage has your back. Conveniently located in Plum at 307 Coxcomb Hill Road. Book online anytime. Don't miss out. Score 50% off your first storage rental with code GOAL.
Nesbitt's Lanes Incorporated. Lanes available for the 24-25 season. Family bowling center specializing in open bowling, league bowling, bumper bowling, birthday parties, group events, fundraisers, all-night bowling parties, summer leagues, Sunday morning specials, in-house tournaments, junior bowling program, after-school bowling program. They can be reached at 412-793-5556. Web address is www.nesbittlanes.com. And when you book and mention the podcast for your child's birthday by the end of the year, the birthday child is free. Nesbitt Lanes Incorporated.
All right, Mike, it's time for blind rankings, and I like to introduce this segment for you just because we have to explain it. Blind rankings is Mike comes up with a category, and then he gives us 5 individual items within that category, one at a time, and we rank them blindly, knowing full well that Mike's 5th one is probably going to be awful, and we should probably save it, but we still haven't learned our lesson 27 episodes in. Take it away, Mike.
All right. So I was looking through my old list, and I've had this on my list of ones to do, and I don't think we've done this one yet. We're going to blind rank cereals tonight. All right. So I have on my paper the order: Justin, Jeremiah, Big Cat, Drew, which inevitably someone will go out of order.
I was going to by somebody, you mean Andy.
That's a dig at me. Didn't build me up there, Mike.
It's coming out and I can't pull it out.
All right. Well, we're going to pull Penny's tooth out real quick. Hold on.
Let's do that. Keep that in the podcast for sure.
Where?
For those at home who can't
Have her get
see
the
it,
string.
Yank that shit out. Let us see it.
Which one?
don't yank the wrong one out.
None of these teeth are ready.
Here they are.
For those at home, Mike is pulling a tooth out of his daughter's mouth.
I got it.
He
Wow.
said,
There it
I
is.
got it.
He got
There
it.
it is.
That's
got it.
hilarious.
All right, that's a podcast first.
All right. There it is. Pause to perform my father duties. So, all right. Now we can get back to cereal. Yeah.
You're welcome.
Name your top 5 dental schools.
The Divine Basement.
Number 1.
That was
All
awesome.
right. So before we were so rudely interrupted. All right. The first one is Crispix.
5? What the fuck is a Crispix?
Crispix is
Oh, you don't know
fucking good.
Crispix?
No.
This is
Wow.
Crispix
Nope.
is good.
Nope. It's going to 5 because I don't know what the fuck it is. We're already fucking it up.
Oh, that's a 5. Listen, the only way I'm eating Crispix is if I got like a bowl of sugar that I can dump on top of it before I start eating it. Because it's like cardboard.
How's this spelled?
Crispix.
It's 5 because I've never heard of it, but I can't even find it.
Really? It's the hexagons. They're not hexagons. Like, what are they?
Are we talking Chex Mix?
No,
It's-
Crispix.
It's
I know what cereal you're talking about. We used to get that when I was a kid sometimes.
yeah. Did you put it at something? I thought you put it at 5.
5.
I'll put it at 4. I actually don't mind it. I liked it as a kid. I'm not a sweet cereal kind of guy, except for one that Mike might mention. I'm a boring cereal kind of guy, and it's pretty good. Jeremiah said, though, I'll put a few spoonfuls of sugar on that sucker, though, before I eat it.
All right, this one's not on here, but Cracklin' Oat Bran is also a boring one, and it's one of my favorite cereals. I didn't put it on here, though. Crunch Berries.
4.
I really like Crunch Berries. I'm going to. I really like Crunch Berries. I'm not going to lie.
Actually, I probably should have put that somewhere, but whatever.
I'm going to put that at 2. I love Captain Crunch. And I mean, the berries, spruces up the place a little bit.
I'm gonna go with 3. It's a good cereal. I like Captain Crunch. Add the berries. I'd probably go Captain Crunch first, but Crunch Berries is good.
Way better.
Yeah.
Just plain
Yeah.
Captain Crunch?
Yeah.
Doesn't do it for me. Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Number 1, baby. Best cereal on the market.
I got to go 1, too. Cinnamon Toast Crunch
Hell
is the
yeah.
bomb. It is so good.
Hell yeah.
So good.
I'm going to put this at 4 because I wish I could have the same experience that you guys have. It's like, it's never enough cinnamon or something. It's never enough. All the flavor gets washed off into the milk. And when I was a kid, I wouldn't drink the milk when I was done. I know, whatever. It was
The
like
milk
chunky.
gives you diabetes after you get done eating Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It's amazing.
You can literally buy Cinnamon Toast Crunch milk in the store.
Yeah. Diabetes.
I was gonna say the opposite of Big Cat. I was gonna say it's too much cinnamon for me, so I'm putting it at 5. It's not. I'm not saying it's bad, guys. I'm just saying I think there's gonna be too better than this for me. It wouldn't be my top 10. I'd eat it if was being served, but I don't crave it. That's all.
Next is Fruity Pebbles.
I'll put Fruity Pebbles at 3. I don't love it, don't hate it. It's better than Cocoa Pebbles, so we'll keep it at 3.
I have to go 3 because it ain't a 4 for me, and I could eat a whole box in one sitting. I love it. I'm a little bit of. See, my thing is, like, before I go to bed, I gotta have a glass of milk and 2 pieces of jelly toast. I don't know what it is, but it's my thing.
I think the combination of the carbs and the dairy create like a almost like a painkiller effect. You like kind of opioid yourself like through natural, like they say, like cookies and milk at bedtime will put you right to sleep because of the combination of the ingredients. So it's like a warm milk situation, relaxes you.
But where do you rate it?
Thank you for that diatribe, but where's the number?
Not really sure if it was a diatribe. He said he likes jelly toast or jelly bread and milk for bed, and he doesn't know why.
We heard him. Where do you rank it?
But I was just sharing. He didn't know why he likes that at bedtime,
And now
because
I do.
it puts
Thank
you to
Big
sleep.
Cat.
You're
Thank
welcome,
Big Cat.
Jeremiah. Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
Melatonin
Sometimes
helps me too.
you just can't talk to these Philly people. I tell you.
Philly.
I'll put it. I want to put it at 4, but I already used that, so I'll put it at 3.
That's all the place you would put it at, but you've already used up.
I'm not putting it at 1.
This is a hyper efficiency. I'm going to put it at 1. Fruity Pebbles is my go-to. I love Fruity Pebbles. As you mentioned, it's just so, the problem with Fruity Pebbles is I'm not a sweets guy, but if I have 1 bowl, I'm having 2 bowls. As long as there's still milk in that bowl, I'm putting more Fruity Pebbles in it to finish that milk.
Totally says that you're definitely not a sweet guy when you like.
But I'm not.
Fruity.
I mean, I know I'm not generally, but with cereal, this one I am.
Last
I don't
one,
make a lot of sense, Jeremiah. I don't make a lot of sense.
Reese's Peanut Butter Puffs.
Ugh.
Yeah, okay.
Well, I should have known this. Son of a
Yep.
bitch.
I should have left 5 open. God
That's
damn
a
it.
good one.
It's awful.
Nope, it's not.
You guys suck.
Reluctantly, I gotta put it at 2 because I have no choice.
It's 4 for me because that's all I got left, and I'm okay with that. They're actually pretty good. I will eat them when they're around. I won't go out of my way to buy them, but if they happen to show up in my kitchen, I will eat them.
Well, I don't have anywhere else to go but 1, and I wouldn't put it there if I had an open board. For as much as I like Reese Cups and Reese Pieces, I really don't like Reese's Cocoa Puffs or Reese Pieces Puffs, whatever they're called. I don't like them when
Pickles
peanut
fancy.
butter is dry. Like when it's a cereal, like it's dry. Peanut butter has some moistness to it. So when it's dry, I
there
don't
it
do
is.
it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I like that natural oil to like rise to the surface of my peanut butter. I don't want it dry peanut butter. And I'll stop you right there, Drew. Just because it has milk on it does not make it moist. It just makes it soggy.
I'll say if you put a box of that cereal in my kitchen, it will remain unopened and uneaten. So it's at 2 reluctantly. It would be 5, well behind Cinnamon Toast Crunch, actually. Yeah.
It's more of a Whopper than a proper interpretation of a Reese's peanut butter cup. It's more of a
I don't think it's
Whopper.
supposed to be a peanut butter cup. It's a puff. It's in the name.
For the record, I like Whoppers. I think they're great. The hamburger
I love
and the
Whoppers.
candy.
Any Whopper in front of Jeremiah, eating the shit out of it.
Bring it on.
A Big Mac guy. If Big Mac was a candy, I would like that.
So here's my list. Reese's Peanut Butter Puffs is number 1. It's my favorite cereal. I will eat
This
an entire
fucking
box
guy.
of that.
Now you know, Jeremiah, 27 episodes deep. Here we
Man.
are.
If this was still a cereal, the only cereal better than this is Rice Krispie Treats in a box. That is the only cereal that's better than Reese's Peanut Butter Puffs. Number 2 is Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Can't eat a whole box of it, but I could eat 2 bowls of it easily. Crispix, not very sweet, but they really do stay crispy the whole time. But down to the last bite, it's amazing. It's unreal, but they're delicious.
Wouldn't know. Never heard of it.
Crunch berries, I like the flavors. They do cut the shit out of the roof of my mouth, so I can't eat a lot of them. But they hurt, but they're good. They're worth the pain. And Fruity Pebbles, another one. Not because they're inferior, but that's just kind of where they fell. Another cereal. If I open the box, 1 sitting, that box is gone.
Well, we have some strong opinions on cereal.
I love cereal. I grew up in a house of boys. My parents went through, at least, no lie, we probably went through about 10 to 12 boxes of cereal a week.
Oh yeah, easily.
Wow. All right, Mike, you got a top 5 for us tonight too?
I do. It's a tough one. So, Jeremiah, you know how this one works?
I listen. We're good. Let it
All right.
ride.
All right. So this is the most. Let me get the exact wording for this so I don't mess it up.
Andy, were you proud of us last week?
You nailed it. Yeah, that was good. That was really good teamwork. I felt left out.
I was pissed off because I said Shohei Ohtani first, and we didn't say it.
I was shouting Marte because he was like for most of the year that guy from
From
Diamondbacks
Arizona.
was,
Yeah, I could not think of his name.
I'd have screwed you guys there because I'd have been like adamant it was him.
Okay, so this is tonight's top 5 list is the top 5 most dangerous U.S. cities based on each city's murder and property crime rates per 100,000 people determined by the FBI crime rates.
Chicago's
giving
number
you-
one.
Yeah, it's just giving you a little background of what the numbers are based off of.
East St. Louis.
Gary, Indiana. That's the murder capital of the world.
Okay,
I've
so
heard
we
that
have-
about Detroit too, though.
East St. Louis. I lived in St. Louis, so I knew a little bit about that. You said Gary, Indiana. I had family who lived there. I have heard similar things, but it's per 1,000 people too. So that's
per 100,000.
100,000. Sorry. Well, somebody else said something over there.
Chicago.
I missed it. Chicago. I think Big Cat said something too.
Well,
This is
Here,
this
let
is
me
really-
tell you, this one's really hard. So I'm going to give you a hint right off the bat. Chicago is a huge city, and it's not even in the top 10.
so I was gonna say this, and maybe it's a diatribe, but Justin will let me know. My wife, her
My wife.
Carly. Okay, fine, whatever. Jeremiah. This is him coming up behind me in the road, honking his horn, give me middle
I did
fingers.
not say the first one. I only said very nice. I didn't say the first one. I'm not taking credit for that one.
You got pinned with it, Jeremiah. I couldn't see his lips moving. He covered his mouth up like a manager in baseball. He was hiding behind his microphone.
I can see your lips moving.
My
I can
wife.
hear. Sniff.
Go ahead, Big Cat.
No, I'm not saying it now. Long story short, people from Chicago say Chicago's rough to keep tourists at bay.
Well, and I think those cities like Chicago, there's so many people there, right? So even one or few bad neighborhoods isn't going to be enough to make up for all the population there. So I'm thinking more mid-sized to small-sized cities here would be
Gary, Indiana.
the
Telling you,
path.
it's always
Go with it.
up there.
Go with it.
Go with it.
You're the guest speaker. Go ahead.
mouthpiece.
Go with it.
Go ahead.
All right, first one, I got to go with Gary, Indiana. They always talk about that one. It was a horrible place.
Strike one.
Jeremiah, come on.
Say East St.
No.
Louis.
It
You were
literally
too
had murder
confident
capital
with
of the
Gary,
world.
Indiana. Where'd you hear that?
I know.
Michael
I've
Jackson.
heard that like for a long time. Like
Yeah,
by Gary,
it's-
Indiana, as being the murder cap. It's literally nicknamed the murder capital of the world.
Who doesn't want you going to Gary, Indiana?
Michael Jackson. Indiana.
Andy.
I'm falling off the rails tonight, boys.
All right, he said East St. Louis.
East St. Louis.
In St. Louis.
All right, let's go East St. Louis.
What does that mean?
So St. Louis is on here. That's
Who
number
says
2.
East St. Louis? Is that a place?
Well, St. Louis. It's
St.
it's
Louis
a blanket
it's
statement.
it's part of it. Like, it's part of St. Louis, but it's across the Mississippi River. But you have to like drive across Mississippi River to get to East St. Louis, but it's part of St. Louis, yeah.
Okay.
I'll give you
You
that.
say-
I'll give you that
Did
one.
you say across?
Across, not across.
No, okay. Well,
Say
we'll
my-
Oh,
see.
here we go.
We'll see.
So we
What
get
number is
that
it?
one, Mike?
You got that one. St. Louis,
You,
number
right?
2. Number
Number
2.
two.
Number 2.
St. Lunatics, makes sense.
Lived there for 2.5 years.
What about Memphis? Memphis is a little.
Let's think about every show they have a 48 hours, first 48 for.
I need to call my mom for this one.
I
She's
feel like you have to have
ODs
like,
on
you
these
have to have a
shows.
high crime rate to have a TV show on the first 48 hours for murders.
Jacksonville.
CSI Las Vegas.
You said Memphis is a good guess.
I don't know. 'cause
Tulsa
listen,
City?
I'm shaking after the Gary, Indiana murder capital of the world one. I'm like broken on that.
Yeah,
My confidence
somebody
is
lied to you.
Somebody.
What about Baltimore?
Somebody lied.
Yeah.
Somebody wants to
Ooh,
keep you out of
Baltimore.
Gary,
Ooh,
Indiana.
be more. You want to say Philadelphia?
Not like that. That's the whitest you've sound.
That's a microaggression, Drew. That's $10. You owe me
Drew just made
$10.
$10.
In the
If
bank.
only we had a counter in the corner there.
Hear a dollar sign every time somebody gets it. Ching, cha-ching.
Oh man. All right, what
All
do we
right, so
think?
which one-
Mike,
yeah, what do we wanna go?
Like, we have one strike. After 2 strikes, I think we should get a hint. Like, we're in the right direction with these kind of medium to size cities. I don't think we should go something like New York. I don't think like LA. I think we got to really go like specifics, like Memphis. Even though it's pretty big, isn't it? Or Louisville. Louisville's pretty rough.
I had a good time in Louisville.
I did too, but I was drinking bourbon. I wasn't.
You are now killing people.
So, all right.
You're
What's
the king here.
I know. So let's see. We're really considering Louisville,
Memphis.
Memphis,
Baltimore?
and Baltimore.
Greatest
Let's
TV
try
show of all
Baltimore.
time.
Let's go Baltimore. Baltimore, second guess. Or third.
Strike two.
Yeah, second guess.
Ooh.
All right. So
Are they
what
really
direction-
reporting the stats correctly to
What-
the FBI? Because they weren't doing that for a little while. Or am I just opening up a whole nother can of
No,
worms?
you're right. Oh,
Yeah.
you're right. I've watched several TV shows on that.
Greatest TV show of all time. The Wire.
All right. So here's the hint.
Lost.
You've only said one of the cities so far. Every other city, you have not said any of the other cities yet.
What is this the
Jesus.
top 5 of?
The most dangerous U.S. cities.
Dangerous?
Dangerous.
Like
I mean,
Wait, I
complex.
thought you
Plum,
said murder.
Pennsylvania.
based on crime or based on murder?
Plum.
Dangerous.
Based on
Dangerous seems
each
subjective.
city's murder and property crime rates per 100,000 people,
Property crime.
Pennsylvania, baby.
determined by
Number
FBI
6.
crime reports.
Dude, that's Amish or buck wild. What? Lancaster.
I'll also tell you this: there is nothing in Pennsylvania, New York.
Okay, so time out. When was this last survey done? What year?
89.
Back when Reagan was
1968.
president.
Mike fell asleep. It's that diabetic
I tripped him
coma.
up with this question here.
This is 24. This is 24 and 25.
Okay.
All right.
So, okay. So,
20
we got to start
19.
thinking southern cities. It's got to be
Mhm.
southern cities.
In
about
the
say
top
Memphis?
5, I'll say in the top
He said-
5, outside of what you have, everything is
Well, like Birmingham.
south
Alabama.
except for one.
Yeah, south cities.
Atlanta. It's Birmingham.
Wouldn't be Atlanta.
Atlanta's good.
I think Atlanta's too big.
Yeah, Atlanta's huge.
I think we're on like maybe New Orleans.
New Orleans.
New Orleans.
You got to take into consideration the voodoo crime down there.
Alabama.
Jean-Claude Van
Mississippi.
Damme with the super long hair and hard
Mississippi.
target.
Jackson, Mississippi. Birmingham, Alabama.
Go with Birmingham.
Birmingham. I said that a while ago.
Go with
All
Birmingham.
right, let's do Birmingham. Birmingham it is.
Number 4.
Hey,
Number
look
4.
at us go.
Sour
Hey, I said
Plum's trip
Birmingham.
to Birmingham. Oh, edit
Is
that out.
Florida on this list?
Florida is not on the list.
No Florida men. Man, this is tough.
And we haven't
Did
said.
we say Memphis?
We said it. And he said we hadn't
Oh,
said
that's
it
right.
at that point.
That was 2.
Yeah.
All right. So I don't think it's gonna be more in Texas.
Asheville? What about Asheville, North Carolina?
Paso, Texas. No, probably not.
No.
Mississippi. Something Mississippi.
Lexington, Kentucky.
Yeah.
I was
Lexington.
joking. Give us a
Man.
state.
I'm
Kansas.
really
Give us a
struggling
state.
with this one.
Kansas.
Give us a state.
Yeah, we need some hints.
You've said this one twice. You've already said this one twice, and then you said
Jeremiah, say it. See, he said it. See, what number is that? We said it.
What is it, Memphis?
Memphis.
Yes, let's go Memphis.
Memphis, Tennessee, number 1.
Oh, the Tigers. Let's go.
You did say that early on, though, too. Yeah.
I
All
did.
right, so
I
you
did
have-
say Memphis.
You have one northern city, which is probably the biggest city on here, and then one
Not Boston.
southern.
Boston.
Boston,
No, I think
Massachusetts.
Midwest.
Okay. Detroit.
Yeah.
Say Detroit.
Detroit.
Yeah, let's go Detroit. Detroit.
Number 3.
Hey. So we've
So now we got
everything
one
but
in the
5.
south.
One in the south.
Not Florida.
Probably this. If I'm guessing, it's probably the second smallest city in the top 10.
It's going to be
Sure.
something like Little Rock, Arkansas, or some crazy shit like that. Because I mean,
Yeah.
like the Clintons have probably killed like 500 people there already. I didn't know that. Don't listen to this. I didn't know that.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. What do you guys think?
DC.
think I have
just went
no
wall to
idea.
wall with like Little Rock.
I think
Sorry,
I have no idea.
DC. Which
What was the begins with a C in Virginia where the problem was the pitchforks in the
Charlottesville.
Charlottesville. That's what it was.
Charlottesville.
Yeah, but that's
Were
white
they
people
known
with
for crime, or are
pitchforks.
they just known for that incident?
I think it's just that incident. I don't think it was.
Yeah, I think so
something.
too. I'd never heard of it until then.
What state is it in?
Yeah, give us
Well,
a state.
That'd be,
There's a
that'd
lot
be-
of cities
I mean,
in
we're not-
America.
You have one strike left and one thing left. One to get.
Yeah,
If I give you the state, you're gonna get it right away.
it's a state.
Oh, that's right, because he said it is one of the, it's the biggest one in the
So
top
it's
10.
not
So,
No,
alright,
District
so-
of Columbia.
It's the smallest. It's
Smallest.
the second smallest of the.
oh, so that
left of the
doesn't
top
give it
10.
away. Just tell
If I
us the
give you
state.
if I give you the state, you're gonna
Just
get
give us the state.
Tennessee, Mississippi, Alabama, Arkansas, Georgia.
Hey, we're
One of
never
the
going to get
Carolinas.
it.
Anything in the Carolinas?
it. Not in the top 5. In the top 10, there's one in one of the Carolinas.
Okay.
The state starts. I'll tell you, the state starts with the letter A.
So it's Arkansas or
Greenbow,
Alabama.
Alabama.
What is it?
I said Greenbow. That was from
He's
Forrest
Forrest
Gump.
Gump.
Greenbow,
Forrest-
Alabama.
What's is there anything in Alabama or Arkansas that we already said? What did we say in Alabama?
Little Rock.
No, that's in Arkansas.
That's Arkansas.
Well, you said A.
Come
no,
on, Jen.
he said A. Little Rock's in Arkansas,
I don't know
Alabama,
anything else in Arkansas.
Birmingham.
Bama.
This is tough.
This is tough. I don't.
Go with Little
There's
Rock
so
just
many
because
cities.
you said it. Just because we already
Lit-
said Little Rock. Just say it.
Little Rock.
Little Rock, Arkansas.
We did it.
Holy
Number 5.
shit.
We did it. We did it.
I
We did
literally
it.
said that because I was just like joking. Holy.
But you
yes.
said it before.
Can't believe we got that.
Good job, boys.
Good job.
All right, Mike. We have voicemails tonight.
We do.
Oh, we do.
Besides Jimmy McBride?
Besides Jimmy McBride.
Hi, boys. Hey, it's not Jimmy. It's Mama Drewski here. So, as you may all have figured out that I only talk about football. So my question is, and Big Cat knows who my favorite player is, and my son does too, but he doesn't like him. So my question is, do you think Aaron Rodgers will retire, or do you think he'll go play for another team? And if so, which team do you think is going to pick him up? So that's pretty much all I have to say for today. Talk soon. Can't wait to see you guys. Bye.
I'll start by saying I hope he gets dysentery and measles. So
True.
that's
Right,
how I
sis.
feel about Rodgers. So
True.
you guys
Earn
can
that
carry
dollar.
on. I've had that conversation.
Earn that
enough.
dollar, Drew.
That's a $10 one, I think.
I'll just
Unfortunately,
jump in and say that I think he's gonna just follow the Brett Favre route. You know,
So send a dick pic to a sideline reporter.
he's getting there. He's building up to that.
Yeah.
First, he went to Jets. He did his time there. Now he's got to go to the Vikings. I think he ends up in Minnesota. Maybe makes a championship run, and then steals a lot of money from insurance brokers or whatever else Favre did.
Think he'll be the bridge
homeless
quarterback for
Yeah. What's
You
he
think
going to
he'll be
make
the
a
bridge
championship
quarterback?
run in?
for
What?
JJ McCarthy?
In Minnesota. Guys, don't get bogged down on the details, okay? I'm just making a joke.
I have a bad feeling he's going to end up here. And I said earlier in one of our text chains that he'll be here and we will secure another winning season so that Tomlin doesn't have so he doesn't have a losing season. We'll go 9-8. We'll be good enough to lose in the first round of the playoffs, and we won't be bad enough to get a good draft pick next year.
Well, I'll just say, obviously I am not a Pittsburgh Steeler fan. I'm an Ohio guy. I'm happy for you because from what I understand, they're going to be opening up in an ayahuasca stores all over Pittsburgh, baby, because he is coming and he is going to bring the noise. 10 touchdowns, 12 picks. You guys are going to be 9-8, and congratulations, you're mediocre every year. So Pittsburgh, buckle up, baby. He's coming.
I don't think he
What
is.
a day.
I think it'll end up being Russell Wilson again.
But on the bright side, Cleveland got Kenny Pickett.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
did. You're welcome, Cleveland
I'd
Browns.
rather have Kenny Pickett back. I don't care. I would.
Honestly, I would too. I would take him over Aaron Rodgers right now. Sorry, Mama Drewski.
All right. Yeah. Sorry, Mama Drewski. I got to hear about him all the damn time.
I'm not going to think about it too much because this time last year, someone said, I bet Russell Wilson and Justin Fields comes to Pittsburgh. And I was like, there's no way that happens. Russell Wilson was a great quarterback, but is washed up in Denver. And Justin Fields hasn't had enough time to even develop, and he's trying to be a starter. So often the Jets he goes. But I don't want to think about if Aaron Rodgers coming here because that's not a long-term fix. It's like these patch jobs. And I mean, honestly, I'd rather
Mr. Ohio over there dancing.
I'd rather
He's coming.
What's going on in Ohio? I don't even know, honestly.
Oh, lots of stuff.
But to get back on track and not to get too, I want to center my chakra here and listen to the wise words of Aaron Rodgers. But no, I don't think he's coming here, but I don't want to think about it too much because if he does, I'll be bummed.
Listen, there's not that much going on in Ohio. I drove across the whole state this weekend. There's nothing going on in Ohio.
Yeah.
Crime in
feed
Cleveland,
America.
apparently.
Crime in Cleveland.
Yeah.
We got one of the greatest defensive players of all time. We just re-signed him. Welcome back, Myles Garrett. Welcome back.
Are you genuinely excited about that? I'm asking an honest question.
Okay,
Set your
so you
whole
want me
team
to
back,
answer?
right? $40 million a year?
No,
I mean,
listen. I think they owe it to him to pay him. I mean, listen, they were probably not going to compete for a championship because we're not going to have a quarterback again next year. So I think you owe it to the guy who has spent his entire prime in a house of dysfunction and still being one of the greatest defenders of all time. I'm not saying he's the best because I still think it's hard to put him above LT. And I think it's even, and I'll say this with a grain of salt, hard to put him above TJ Watt. I mean, what TJ Watt does every year is incredible. But then again, he's kind of being wasted away in his prime as well. So yeah, no, I'm glad that they paid him because I think it would have stunk to see him go anywhere else.
I just think it's a bad investment to give someone that's willing to play for the Browns $40 million. I just think you got to judge his character. You got a little bit if you're willing to play for the dog pound where you're not going to win a championship in his career.
I'll say this. I know we got to move on, but I'll say this. I'd piggyback off of that. If that sets the market for a TJ Watt deal, I trade TJ Watt immediately. And you can't pay him. You can't pay him $40 million a year. You
Looking
can't.
like a true Browns fan.
You can't
trade him.
Trade him to Philly.
Hey, whatever.
Okay,
but you can't pay a defensive player on the line or linebacker or whatever that much money. Set you back. It's skill positions. I'm sorry.
I'm good with it because
They make a big deal. They make a big difference. I mean, 1 sack, 2 sacks a game, a few QB pressures. It's big. There's other money to spend.
Cost Tom Brady a couple
Dallas
titles.
has to pay Micah Parsons now, so I'm good with it. Next.
People Plum, it's me, Joe McBride. First time caller, long time listener. I just want to say I'm sad I was not invited. Streak is over. Mike decided not to have me. So thanks for having me past few weeks, guys. It's been fun. Till next time. Bye, Plum.
He sounds genuinely sad that he was
did sound
not,
sad. He did.
not on the show.
He did.
But he was.
That's a guy I could make a lot of money off of $10 at a pop.
That's fair.
I'm aware. I've seen the text messages.
You don't even see the private ones.
Man.
I kind of feel like it'd be funnier if Jimmy said like long time listener, long time caller. He's literally called every episode.
Except that night Mike forgot to play voicemails, to send us voicemails.
Big Cat forgot to ask for him.
It also makes me feel kind of bad because when I picked up stuff from him today, I was like, "Oh, hey, are you going to be on?" He's like, "No,
You're taking my stuff.
I'm not on today." And I was like,
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I'm sorry, my bad."
You took his stuff away from him.
That's like the exchange of a kid between co-parents. You know, you're handing off the kid.
Yeah.
Bye. Dad's going to go sit alone in the living room now.
Jeremiah actually had to run over Plum to get the stuff. He had to go to the high school, well, to Mario's house, which is by the high school, and then to Jimmy's house, which is actually right by his house, so it wasn't that far out of the way, but
It worked out. Callie had practice today for middle school softball.
Is that it, Mike, for voicemails?
That's all the voicemails today.
All right, boys. We have any shout outs?
I have one. A shout out to the 6th grade girls basketball team. It was their last mother-daughter game, and they actually played a legit game tonight with refs. The refs did cheat a little bit to help the moms out, but the moms needed it this year. And in a last second shot, with 3 seconds left, the girls finally beat their moms in a legit game. You know, the girls are coming into their prime. The moms are a few years past it, and it was a good game. I'll tell you what, Jess still was pretty well on the basketball court. She had a pretty good game, but the girls did reign victorious, and they won 36-35 on the last second shot.
How do you spell rain, Mike?
REIN.
You guys suck. That's so bad. That was so good. That's a good shout out, though, Mike. I'll give a shout out quickly to my son. He's on the Wildcat Select AAU team, and then at the 15U level, 9th grade level, he had a workout yesterday, and they brought the 10th grade team, the 16U team, and some 17U players that were trying out, doing a workout for the national Wildcat Select team. When you get to 17, 18, if you're on the Wildcat Select team, you're like D1, like Oscar. What was his name from the West Virginia a few years ago? The big guy, Tshiebwe, I think it was. Oscar.
Yes,
like,
Oscar
Tshiebwe. He played like when you're that level. Like so,
didn't he
went
Kentucky?
to work out. Yes, he did for a while.
Yeah.
West Virginia, and they transferred to Kentucky. When they brought in 2 kids from Sewickley Academy that were 15 and 16U, one was 6'8" and one was 7 feet tall. He had to run 5s against them. He's like, Dad, it was like I was on a different planet playing basketball. Like he's like, you know, there's a solid high level of basketball in the Whippeals, and then there's D2, D1 type players, and it's a whole different planet. I mean, I'm speaking Jeremiah's language here. It's a whole different planet. I've never seen him be like ever shell shocked at the competition. Sure, there's been competitions better than him, but never like to the point where he's like, Dad, I don't even know. I didn't feel like I belonged on the same court. Like it's just, you got to be at 6'1", 6'2". You better be super fast and athletic if you're going to be able to get open and get shots off against guys that big clogging the lane. It's hard. But it was a good experience for him. So shout out to him for even making the 15U team, but then also seeing there's more out there.
One of those coaches,
as they would say, there truly is levels to this shit.
Yeah,
there really is.
Yeah, one of Lily's coaches right now. He just came on at the end of the season, and he'll be her coach through the spring. It's her head coach's brother. He's 6'7". He played for the Knicks in their summer league. I think he's like 25, 26 years old. So he is, good basketball player. But it's the first time that I think a lot of the girls have seen somebody dunk in person, and it was such a novelty to them. Like they spent the last 15 minutes of practice, like do this dunk, and they started like tossing up alley oops. And he's like, guys, I haven't even stretched yet. But it was to them, they were like in awe watching this guy, and it was effortless. It was unreal to watch in person. It was pretty cool.
Xavier has a kid. Last story. Xavier has a player on his team from North Allegheny, a freshman from North Allegheny who's 6'6". But the kid can also step out and shoot threes like a guard. But they were to practice, and it's the first time Xavier's been experienced this on somebody on his team where drive baseline, you just drop it off to the big guy at 6'6", driving through the lane, and he throws it down 2 hands, like on his team. He's like, Dad, I've never seen that. Like, it's just a whole different world. It's like, we finally have a big. We've never had a big. Our bigs have been like 6'2", 6'3". We have a 6'6" big now who can throw his muscle around. Big difference when you have a guy like that and a bunch of shooters on the outside. all those guys converge. Now your shooters are open. So changes the game.
I'll give a shout out to Kenyon, my youngest. Went out, he tried something new, and he went out for the middle school volleyball team. It's a brand new program. I think it's like 2 years. It's in infancy. There's 2 teams. There's a 7th grade and an 8th grade. 26 kids tried out. So they do it like it's JV varsity. So varsity is the 8th grade, JV is the 7th grade. Kenyon and one other 7th grader made the 8th grade team. So shout out to Kenyon.
Nice.
Awesome. That's awesome.
As the setter.
Hey, that's a good place to be, though.
He's learning and he loves it. So we'll see where it goes.
All right. I have one more. Mr. Gauntner at Pivot, and then Miss Palumbo and the nurse as well, Pivot. We had to put unexpectedly and very quickly had to put our dog down last Thursday, and found out in the middle of the day, drove by the school, called Mr. Gauntner. I was like, hey, told him the whole story, what's going on. I said, I need to pull Penny and Chase out so they can say goodbye. Opened the door. Penny saw Bella sitting there. She goes, what's going on? She actually took it way harder than we were expecting, and it lasted for a couple of days. But the staff, the way they handled her was unreal. Like they just treated her so well. It was, like I said, it was very unexpected, and just the treatment she got from top to bottom and from everybody in that school was just second to none. It was awesome.
So Mike, how did Chase react?
So Chase, pulled him out. In a nutshell, I basically said, hey, Bella's really sick. Bring her to the doctor. She's not coming home tonight. Penny started crying. Chase goes, all right, we have cupcakes inside. Can I go back inside? I'm like, all right, bud, yeah, sure. Sure, go ahead. And then later that day, or actually it might have been the next day, he goes, hey, Dad, got to tell you, best birthday ever. Well, except for Bella dying, but best birthday ever. It's like, wow. Hey, I'm glad you had a good birthday. So it was good.
Sorry, I have one. Give a quick shout out to our girls' high school basketball team. Obviously, we qualified for the playoffs again. Had to go up against Penn Trafford, who was undefeated, and they had mollywopped us by like 30 points like a week and a half before, and we gave them everything we had. And I was just like really proud of them, and it was a good season, and look forward to next year. So just want to give them a quick shout out.
Hell yeah! Congratulations to the girls team and
Thanks.
Coaches as well.
Thank
Quick
you.
shout out, Willie Beckner, committed to St. Vincent's to pursue athletics and academics there. So congratulations to Willie Beckner, a Plum senior boys basketball player this year. So that's always exciting when a Plum athlete goes on to the next level. So congratulations, Will. And all right. Oh, I just got an alert that Aaron Rodgers is leaning towards the Steelers, and I'm leaning towards burning all my Steelers shit. So
it's happening. Get your ayahuasca ready.
I'm getting something ready. Jeremiah, thank you for coming on here again.
Anytime. You just let me know.
Enjoy March Madness. I know you're a big basketball guy, and it's that time of the year. So
if Ohio State makes it and they're in Pittsburgh, it'll be golden. I'll be excited.
That's right. All right. Thank you for listening to Sour Plums. Like this episode and subscribe to our channel on SoundCloud, Spotify, YouTube, and Apple Podcasts. Share if you care. We're out.
Deuces.
Peace.